All right, it's August 1st finally, and it's 2012, and I'm trying to get comfortable, and I'm doing a new video for August 1st. All right, I'm going to try to explain to everybody in this video how ignorant they really are, the majority of people in the United States. I had one guy leave me a message, say he likes my channel, keep up the good work, but no offer of any help. See, this goes beyond what most people will understand. Yesterday, counting the 3 or is it 4 videos I did, there were like 40 views. That's it. I just checked a minute ago, this morning, August 1st. As you know, I'm a presidential candidate. Yesterday, the last video I said, I've been totally ignored on at least 11, over a year and a half, 11 different challenges that I've made to Obama, Romney, all the candidates, Gingrich, before they all dropped out. None of them even answered saying, no, I can't debate you. At least they're saying no. But they won't even answer it. You know why? Because they're afraid that the media will pick up on it. See? And then the media is bought and paid for. It's controlled by the Democrat, Republican, by the rich party interest, the International Monetary Fund, the sponsors, the corporations. It's a big quagmire, a spaghetti mess of, that's becoming a favorite word of mine, quagmire, because that's what you people create. That's what made me. That's how your society made my life totally destroyed. Now, the next challenge I'm giving Romney and Obama, see, I'm already forgetting his name. I don't care about remembering Romney or Obama. I've already explained why Romney was in Europe in my other videos from yesterday and the day before. And I know I splish-splash and flip-flop from subject to subject and jump immediately to another, and you people think it's not connected. Remember when I mentioned Gandhi in the Colorado shooting, and I mentioned that one scene with the general? And go see the other videos to see what I was talking about. And then I mentioned the day the earth stood still and how all the electricity was shut off and how I've been being treated like Klaatu, totally prejudicially attacked year in, year out by all kinds of people here in Los Angeles, of people in authority. Anyway, I should say peoples in authority, which have no business having that authority when they destroy a person's life like mine has been destroyed. And they've destroyed others, too, taking their motorhomes and pounding them while keeping supposedly families that are in approved houses, 500 families a day losing their houses. I mean, you know, the quagmire of contradiction and hypocrisy is unbelievable. So but let's get down to brass tacks. All of my videos talk about this superimposing interpretations after the fact. You take, for instance, the Bible or Nostradamus or any of the predictions, and people, even psychics, claim, well, they made an off-the-cuff comment, they suggested or they directly predicted such and such event. Well, see, these events primarily, believe it or not, have already happened. I can't explain to you unless you have a super serious background in quantum physics and know and feel. It's an awareness thing. Feel exactly what quantum physics is about. Because everybody on this planet, every animal, every insect, even the non-living material stuff like rocks, they feel. And I can't explain to you what the sensory array is about the kind of degrees of feeling is involved, but degrees of feeling deal with like a blind person, not be able to see, but they use their sense of touch is heightened. So I'm not saying rocks think, but I am saying that there are some people, like I've said before in the DNA is like Russian roulette, and you never know when the next mental giant's going to come from. Many of these mental giants, like Carl Jung said, we live in a collective unconsciousness. And it is a collective unconscious and conscious living existence. And because of this, some people are able to really coincide and connect a very direct, solid connection with an awareness profile. So these scenarios I'm talking about are done by the government all the time. The CIA, the NSA, they do all these experimental scenarios to see, you know, if they can predict future events. They do it all the time, trust me. Now, I don't care whether they admit it or not, they do. Take my word for it. If it can be thought of, if I can say it, if scenarios like that, like nuclear war, can be thought of in a movie like War Games, an 80s movie in 1984. If those scenarios, when all those screens are going back and forth, showing what would happen if a certain conflict took place between two different countries, this, you know, and the results and the damages. So, so all these comparative examples that I used are woven into, all my speaking, the cryptic predictions I'm talking about are woven into all of this. So in order to really figure it out, I'm sorry to say, you have to listen to all of those rants and raves, more than 297 videos. Somewhere in there I could be predicting a cataclysmic event, but it's in bits and pieces on top of it, and you just need to sit there like a giant jigsaw puzzle trying to put it all together. Good luck. Whereas my brain has put it all together already, because it's coming from me. And whenever something is coming from a source that proves itself over and over again, it isn't coincidence. Trust me. I could talk about lots of things that sound science fiction, like, are there dimensional existences? Dimensions that doubles of our own live. They've made movies based on that. And then you have Ed Witten, who speaks about the 11 different dimensions mathematically and the theory of everything. And you have all of these things that are presented to you. Actually, it's 22 dimensions, at least that we can possibly connect to in a mathematical way. But mathematics is just numbers. There's something else involved here, which is called awareness. It's an awareness contactability, to be able to contact something directly and be able to speak it out. And 9 times out of 10, you can't 100% speak it out directly, because most people wouldn't understand it. And even if they could, the item that they're speaking of and the conditions around it would change automatically, immediately. Kind of like the double slit experiment, where if as soon as you put an observer next to the slit, the conditions change, which is why scientists decided that light is a dual-natured item. It's sometimes particles, it's sometimes waves. But it goes beyond that. I've gone beyond that double slit experiment, way beyond it. And most people would never understand this, probably until I'm long dead, probably 1,000 years from now or 500 years from now. Somebody will save all these tapes and they'll figure out what I was saying. And they'll be able to actually make logical predictions about their future, because all of my predictions go into the thousands of years. They're not just limited to decades. The damage you did to me changed the future. And the future now is extremely threatened because of what your social order, your United States of America, your state of California, your city of Los Angeles did to me. You don't understand how dangerous, how you're walking, it's gone beyond walking on eggshells. And you really don't believe it. So you go back and you look at all those videos. Now, I mentioned that in that movie thing that I said, remember when Klaatu blanked out all the electricity in the movie, the original black and white movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still? And it's interesting that when I was making that comment in reference to comparatively explaining my pains and agonies forced on me, and the pains and agonies forced on the people in Colorado that were shot and killed and those that were wounded, as well as the negative, shocking statement I made of, you deserve it. See, all these shocking statements I make because the media is controlled. I'm trying to get a message across to you people. I have to make racial slurs on purpose, even though I don't believe in them. Even though I may not believe in the word "you deserve it." I have to say those things because it's shocking. It's horrible. And maybe the media will finally pay attention. But you know what? See, they don't care. They really are controlled. That proves it beyond any doubt. Everything I've said in the last almost 300 videos is absolutely 100% true. They are controlled. Because why would they publish somebody like a big, coach of some team says a racial slur and all of a sudden it's on the news, and he goes on. Or poor Tiger Woods, who just because he's playing around with another woman, and it's his business, it's none of your business, just like Clinton playing around with Monica. It's none of your business. It doesn't affect their job. But man, immediately, we're holier than thou. Remember, every American citizen has killed innocent men, women, and children in Iraq and Afghanistan. You're no innocent, and you have no right to point the finger at anybody. Oh, yeah. What I'm saying today, I'd knock the pants off anybody, any church, any representative, priest, whoever. I'd knock the pants right off of them. Because I speak from the absolute truth. I come from a source that is not known on this planet, and you have no idea what you messed with. So, you go on being hypocrites, because the picture and the situations are going to get worse, far worse. This challenge I'm making right now at 11 minutes into the video is to Obama and Romney. You better meet me on stage and fast, because that will help change some of the conditions towards the future. And I mean the whole world gets to watch this debate, because I'm going to knock the pants off all of you. I'm going to beat you down under the table. You won't be able to beat me, no matter how much information they feed into your crappy heads. Your hypocritical, crappy Bilderberg puppet heads. Rich money puppets, that's all you are. You have till the last day in Ramadan, August 18th, to meet me for a national, worldwide debate on whether you really are even qualified to be any kind of leadership. Because you don't have brains, not compared to me. You never will. You might learn from me, but I'm going to charge you money to learn from me. Bad enough that even if I did get this, and I appeared on stage in a debate with you, I'd be in a quandary again, a situational irony. Here I am giving you free, studious information that you're going to learn from, and I'm not being paid for it. And I don't like teaching leaders that claim, they're informed, quote unquote. If you're so informed, and your leaders and all your representatives from state, federal, and local level, if all of you authority figures are so informed, why is the violence still happening? Oh, no, man, let me tell you, you're the people that need your heads examined, not me. You and all the psychiatrists and all the crappy dealing out suggestions and law that you pass out to people. You're the sick ones. I'm glad the day I die, I'm glad because I will be denying you the source. Remember what I said about the goose that laid the golden egg? Well, I've been laying thousands of golden eggs for more than 30 years, and you people ignored them, setting up the conditions for what's going to happen in the future. It may even be too late. To tell you the truth, it may really even be too late. By the time your advisors or anything like that see this video and try to sort it out and figure out where I'm coming from and why I jump from one subject to another, on purpose, of course, and why if I'm that smart, that intelligent, and I speak about being compassionate, why am I not being like Christ and be compassionate after you've destroyed my life? Hell no. I'm not going to be compassionate to a people who are sick. You're all sick. Pointing fingers at other people when you need to look in the mirror and point at yourself. Oh, no. My screen just went dark.